All right, everybody. Andy from ASAP Training here. Today, we're gonna have a good hard look at the gas prices. The futures traded on NYMEX. We are in the winter now. The NASA announced that the next few decades are gonna be without as much solar energy as we've been receiving before. That means we have the full potential of a mini ice age over there. Yeah, make sure to check that thing out. Just Google mini ice age NASA and read that by yourself. That was in 2020, and that articles got sort of forgotten away. And what do you think gas prices are gonna make in such a situation? Well, they're gonna drop and we're gonna short it. So that's the $1 million trade right there. So let's get into details, starting as always from very far away from the monthly chart. Right here, we got this rally since 2020 in the gas prices, and it is five waves. Everybody can count it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. If we're having a look at the vertical line right here, that's the start of the war in Ukraine in February 2021. Yeah, we have almost a year of this war, and since then we sort of see a distribution right there. The distribution is really shown on the RSI of the monthly chart. We have the divergence right here, three lower peaks, and we can draw this trend line. I think you might do a better job at drawing it. You can do it this way, but we see a breakdown, a test, and the action goes lower. Well, it is another 21 days until we can for sure say that the action goes lower. But I've got already enough confidence right now to conclude that. We go on the weekly chart then, and we see the price action packed in this upward channel. We can notice easily the wave 5 first right here. It goes above the channel, tests it, and fails to stay there for longer time. And this is a time frame with a lot of lines, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Since February, I've drew this trend line right here that is sort of a wedge pattern from here to this top, and drew a couple of red trend lines that illustrate us a megaphone. We'll come back to that in very short time, but since five waves in the first here, we can say that that was the five waves of the wave A, and the lower we have an ABC unfolding currently, and that's wave A, that's wave B right there, and that's wave 1, 2, and that's the target for the wave C. That's 1, 2 of C. We have the volume profile, and that shows us pretty much all the action that's been unfolding since the war in Ukraine. I mean, we have it from April here. But the volume profile for this megaphone is interesting because right now we are trending below it, and if we get back on the weekly, well, we'll do just in a little bit. Um, but first we need to revise the action on a lower time frame. On 6 hours, we have another megaphone right here. This bit right here is zoomed in here on 6 hours, and we have a distribution going on with a sell signal. Well, almost a sell signal. The histogram didn't touch the horizontal line, but if we pull out the volume profile for this megaphone right here, we are now going to go below it. That's a very important thing. No, we actually trading below it. Well, depending how you put the volume profile on. If you put it this way, we are slightly below this volume profile. That's a very important thing because you can see there is not too much of a support under it. On a 6 hour time frame, you must notice that we came to this support and resistance band right here, closed brilliantly above it, and we drew a upward shaved bar. That was the reaction to this bar. And now we are just about in a few hours to close below the support and resistance band. If we zoom lower on a 60-minute chart, we can see this wedge pattern drew on a closes. We can see the red volatility signal, which signifies a top, and we can see the closes below this trend line. We can see the distribution going on all the way up, and overall we can conclude that we are heading lower from here, and this might be a rejection of the support and resistance band, and the potential penetration of the megaphone on 6 hours to the downside. Why is that important? Because we've got again this kind of fractalized action. I'm not a huge fan of fractals and all this kind of stuff, but it just jumps into my eyes, so I have to have a look at it. We coming back on a weekly time frame, we see the megaphone, we see that we are trading below the volume profile, we see that support and resistance band flipped into red and purple, which means it will act mainly as resistance from this point right here on. And if we take a closer look at the candles, we've got one candle opening with a gap up above the support and resistance band, closing way lower. Got a blast off candle right here with a small body as an inside bar. Got another candle which closes above the support and resistance band, and this is the final reaction. Now in 20 hours we will have this candle, and if it closes like this with a small body, that will be the conclusion out of all these price action near the support and resistance band. By the way, all this price action near the support and resistance band is our megaphone right here. So overall, we are looking to short the natural gas until this point, and we can put a very tight stop somewhere above the support and resistance band at 6 hourly chart. Thank you very much for watching.